In the old heart of Edinburgh, where narrow streets wind between dark stone buildings and the city seems to fold inward on itself, there is a place that the living pass by quickly and rarely return to after nightfall: Greyfriars Kirkyard. It lies just beyond the noise of the city, a quiet pocket of ground surrounded by centuries of history. By day, it feels almost gentle. Weathered headstones lean at slight angles, their inscriptions softened by rain and time. Footpaths curve between the graves, worn smooth by countless years of passing footsteps. Nearby, the city moves on. Voices, traffic, life. But as evening approaches, and the sun sinks behind the rooftops of Edinburgh, the kirkyard begins to change. The light fades slowly from the stone, shadows stretch longer between the headstones, and the sounds of the city seem to fall away. The air grows heavier, still, as though space itself is waiting. Those who have walked here after sunset often describe the same feeling. Not sudden fear, not panic, but a quiet, persistent unease that settles gently and does not leave. A sense of being observed, of standing somewhere that remembers far more than it reveals. Greyfriars Kirkyard had been a burial ground for centuries. Its soil holds the remains of thousands: merchants, soldiers, children, the forgotten poor. Lives ended quietly, and others ended in suffering. Near the far edge of the graveyard, there is a section enclosed by low stone walls. At first glance, it appears unremarkable, just uneven ground and old stone. But this place is known as the Covenanters' Prison. In the 17th century, men who opposed the crown were held here. They were confined outdoors, exposed to bitter cold and driving rain, denied shelter, denied mercy. Many were beaten, and many were starved. Many never left. Visitors who approach this area today often report a sudden change. The temperature seems to drop even on warm nights. Their breath fogs in the air. Their footsteps sound louder, as if the ground beneath them is hollow. Some hear whispers, not words, just murmurs, low and close, as though someone were speaking just behind them. Others describe the sensation of being touched: a brush against the back, a pressure between the shoulders, a tug at a sleeve, and when they turn, there is no one there. One woman later recalled standing near the prison wall, unable to move, as if something were pressing her downward, holding her in place. Only when she screamed did the feeling release. She ran, and she never returned. Deeper within the kirkyard, standing apart from the other graves, is a mausoleum many refuse to approach at night. Those who stand near it describe not fear, but anger, a pressure in the chest, a sudden urge to leave. Some speak of shadows moving where no light should reach, shapes that vanish when stared at directly. Security guards once reported footsteps behind them, measured and unhurried. When they stopped, the footsteps stopped too. One guard said he'd heard his name whispered. He resigned the next morning. There are also sightings: figures standing between the headstones, men dressed in dark old-fashioned clothing, faces hidden and bodies still. They do not approach, they simply watch, Some visitors say they feel followed as they walk the path, aware of something keeping pace beside them. When they reach the gate and step back into the city, the feeling lifts, as though whatever lingers among the graves cannot cross the boundary. Greyfriars Kirkyard has witnessed centuries of suffering, of confinement and of loss. Some believe the ground remembers, and when the city sleeps and the fog drifts low between the stones, the whispers return, waiting, watching, listening for footsteps that sound too close.